Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we get to the bottom of corporate moves. And today we're peeling back the layers on Calavo growers. Incorporated, get ready, because this filing is less about everyday operations and more about a significant shift at the top and what it means for the future of this avocado giant. Before we dive in, if you find value in breaking down these complex filings into plain English, hit that subscribe button. And if you are looking to connect with fellow finance enthusiasts, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. Today we're looking at a Form 8K filing from Calavo Growers, incorporated, dated for the 8th of December 2025. Now, what is the big news here? It's primarily about a leadership change and some very specific agreements tied to it. Think of it like a CEO's retirement package, but with some interesting wrinkles that suggest a potential wind of change for the company itself. The core of this report revolves around a significant event that happened on the 8th of December 2025. This is the date we need to focus on as it marks the retirement of Lessell E. Cole, the company's president and chief executive officer. After years at the helm, Hess stepping down. But this isn't just a simple goodbye. It comes with a detailed set of arrangements that reveal a lot about the company's strategic thinking and Mr. Cole's continuing relationship with them. So, who is Calavo Growers Incorporated? They are a well-known name in the produce industry, particularly famous for their avocados. They are a significant player in bringing fresh produce to consumers, and their performance impacts not just shareholders, but also the agricultural sector they are part of. Just to quickly orient ourselves, Calavo Growers common stock trades under the ticker symbol CVGW on the Nasdaq Global Select Market. This means their stock is readily available to investors, and any major changes can influence market sentiment pretty quickly. Now, let's get into the meat of this filing, starting with the Material Definitive Agreement. This refers to a formal contract that is significant for the company. On the 8th of December 2025, the same day Mr. Cole retired, he entered into a letter agreement with Calavo Growers. This agreement is quite detailed, but let's break down what is most important. First, the company agreed to accelerate the vesting of 300,000 stock options for Mr. Cole. Normally, options vest over time, meaning you can only exercise them as you work for the company. But here, a big chunk of his options became immediately exercisable. On top of that, the agreement extends the time he has to exercise these accelerated options. But here is the really interesting part. It also includes terms related to a change of control. This means if the company is bought out or merged with another entity, Mr. Cole's vested stock options will automatically convert into a payout. The payout is structured to give him the sale price, per S-hair minus the exercise price of the option plus any taxes. Essentially, if a sale happens, he gets a share of the profits from those vested options, provided the sale price is higher than his original option price, which is a pretty standard incentive for executives during potential acquisition scenarios. This clause signals that the company might be open to or even preparing for such a change. Beyond the stock options, the agreement also includes a provision about avocados. Calavo Growers is given a right of first offer for avocados grown by Mr. Cole or his affiliated entities. This means if Mr. Cole or his associates decide to sell their avocados, they have to offer them to Calavo Growers first, at a price determined by Calavo. This is a fascinating detail. It suggests that even in retirement, Mr. Cole might remain a critical supplier or a significant agricultural producer connected to the company's core business. It's like a continued business relationship, ensuring a supply of product that Calavo knows well, at terms favorable to the company. This also suggests that Mr. Cole's involvement in avocado farming is substantial enough to warrant such a clause. This part of the filing is where the departure of key officers is officially noted. It essentially confirms what we've just discussed regarding Mr. Cole's retirement and the associated agreements that concern his compensation and future business dealings with the company. It's the formal notification to the public that a significant leadership change has occurred, and the terms tied to it are now on record. Now, let's move to another important section which deals with what the company is communicating to the public under Regulation Fair Disclosure rules. This is where they disclose information that might be significant to investors. Calavo Growers mentions something very significant here. Their board of directors has formed a special transactions committee. This committee's purpose is to look at strategic alternatives and evaluate all proposals. In plain English, this committee is exploring major strategic moves for the company. They've also hired experts, a financial advisor, and legal counsel specializing in mergers and acquisitions, or M&A. This strongly suggests the company is looking at options like selling itself, merging with another company, or perhaps undertaking a significant restructuring. This is a big deal, and it's happening alongside the CEO's retirement. which could be a coordinated move. The company is being very careful with their words, stating that this review is ongoing and that it might or might not lead to a transaction. This is standard practice to manage market expectations. They want to keep their options open and avoid making any premature commitments. However, they also mention what happens if this strategic review doesn't lead to a sale or merger. In that scenario, the board plans to take actions to boost shareholder value. This could include buying back their own stock, which can make the remaining shares more valuable, or issuing a special dividend, which is a one-time payout of cash to shareholders. This shows a commitment to improving shareholder returns regardless of the outcome of the strategic review. Like most public companies, Calavo Growers includes a section on forward-looking statements. This is basically a disclaimer, warning investors that statements about future performance or plans are subject to risks and uncertainties. They're saying that while they have expectations, actual results could be different due to various factors. This is standard legal language, but it is always worth noting that the future is never guaranteed. Finally, this section lists the documents that are attached to the filing. The most important exhibit here is Exhibit 10.1, which is the actual agreement between Calavo Growers Inc. and Lessel E. Cole. This is the full contract detailing all the terms we've discussed. It's marked with A, indicating it's a management contract or a compensatory plan, which makes sense given its connection to the former CEO. Now, looking at all of this, what is the story here? Calavo Growers is in a period of significant transition. The retirement of its long-standing CEO, Lessel E. Cole, is happening at a time when the company is actively exploring major strategic alternatives, including a potential sale or merger. The terms of Mr. Cole's retirement package, particularly the accelerated stock options tied to a change of control and the continued right of first offer on his avocado supply, suggest a strategic alignment even as he steps down from his operational role. It's almost as if his retirement is designed to facilitate whatever strategic direction the company might take next, potentially making it smoother or more attractive to a buyer. The engagement of external advisors for M and further solidifies the idea that the company is seriously considering a significant change in its structure or ownership. This isn't just a routine leadership change. It's a signal that the company is actively evaluating its future and is potentially looking for a new chapter, whether that's through a new owner, a merger, or by returning capital to shareholders if no transaction materializes. The risks here are typical for a company undergoing such a review. Uncertainty can impact operations, employee morale, and investor confidence. However, the commitment to exploring options for shareholder value, whether through a transaction or direct capital return, shows a proactive approach. The continued involvement of Mr. Cole, though in a different capacity tied to avocado supply, could provide some stability in that crucial part of the business during this period of strategic evaluation. Overall, Calavo Growers appears to be at a crossroads. The next few months will likely be critical as they navigate these strategic alternatives. Keep an eye on CBGW for further developments. Alright, that is our breakdown of Calavo Growers' latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think a sale is imminent, or will they focus on returning capital to shareholders? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out. And subscribing ensures you don't miss our future deep dives. And as always, don't forget to check out the Discord community linked in the description for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.